In the wake of renewed activity in the peace process between Israel and the Palestinians, the Europe-Israel Press Association organised a seminar here in Brussels for journalists to enable them to report more objectively on the issue, and in particular the question, does Israel really want peace in the Middle East? The session of information and discussion highlighted the facts about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, not the myths, slogans or clichés normally used by both sides. Moderated by Yoshi Lemkovich of the European Jewish Parliament, the guest speakers were Israeli journalist and researcher Ben Dror Yemeni and the ambassador of Israel to the European Union, Mr. David Walser. What was the purpose of the event?
This is the first seminar organized, I would call it better briefing, organized by the Europe-Israel Press Association for journalists. The first meeting here in Brussels at the Press Club Europe. And the Europe-Israel Press Association was created 1 year ago to create a dialogue with journalists on the topic of Israel, to bring them, to provide them information about this topic, and also to provide, because also to make them understand better the complexities of the issue, the Middle East conflict, Israel, but also other aspects of Israeli life.
Guest speaker Ben Dror Yemeni had very firm views about the peace process.
We don't need peace process. I think the peace process is a kind of a waste of time. It will be again a lot of travels, a lot of conferences, a lot of dinners. Nothing will come out of it. I guess we know what we want. We want peace. And I think that most people know what are the guidelines of the peace. Now, if we know it, why don't we put it on the table? When I'm saying we, I'm speaking about the international community. Nobody is going to invent something new.
I asked the ambassador, is security for Israel more important than a peace agreement?
This is a very good question, of course, but I think that you cannot isolate the two. Security is a vital chapter or a vital component of a comprehensive peace. A peace agreement which will deprive Israel the ability and capabilities to defend itself will be worthless. A peace agreement which will provide Israel the security it needs will allow us both to be more generous in the negotiations leading to that peace agreement, and living more safely and more happily, if you so wish, with our neighbors after signing this agreement. But security is a vital piece and component of such an agreement. It cannot be isolated and say either you have this or you have that.
The hope is that after this conference, journalists in Brussels will have a better understanding of Israel's desire for peace. That is, peace, but not at any price. This is Colin Stevens for JN1 in Brussels.